Productions.
What's up, y'all? Leekautorepair. Got another video for y'all. I've been trying to keep these videos coming. I'm gonna put this announcement out there. There will be no more reaction videos until further notice. No more reaction videos, tips for Timmy, none of that shit. Just, I gotta get back to me and doing me, because shit took me out of my fucking direction, and I'm not doing the things I'm supposed to be doing, is what I'm really trying to say, and that I want to do. That's why I'm on YouTube in the first place. So if you can see right here, this car behind me is a 2011 Chevy Aveo, the 1.6 engine. I think it only comes with one engine. And on this one, the car came in, the complaint was that it shuts off at idle, not all the time. I guess intermittently, that's how we would describe it. When he's driving, there's no power, it lacks power. So I asked the customer, I said, is the check engine light on? Was hoping that, because most of these cars I ever like had problems with when these Aveos with vacuum leaks, like fucking broken hoses, or like fucked up hoses, and the ignition coil. So I asked him, I said, is the check engine light on? He said no, but it does come on from time to time, and it goes back off on its own. So pretty much what I did was I scanned the computer, and I want to show you in a second, and I pulled up a code. I'll tell you the code as well, but it's actually, let me get my camera. Let me show you guys what the code is. So I wrote it down on a piece of paper. Alright, so the code is P0132, and that's for the O2 sensor. Basically, it's stating that the voltage is high, and pretty much when I get cars with O2 sensors and it's saying that the voltage is too high, the first thing I do is I get my scan tool, or I get a code reader, and I pull up the data list. And there's only one bank on this car, and it's pulling up a bank 1 sensor 1, the upstream sensor. So I pull it up on data list. I confirm the code, pull it up on data list, and I want to see if the voltage is high. Now when I pulled it, I'm going to show you in a second. When I got the data list up, at first the voltage was high, and I guess I have to retest it and keep going back, because this car has been running. It was shutting off on me. Everything that the customer said, I was able to confirm that. But as I was trying to say, that I confirmed that the voltage was high. At one point it was kind of high, at one point it was working, and now right now it is stuck high. It's at 1.275 millivolts, and yeah, that's basically stating that the car is rich. So pretty much what I'm going to do is I want to show you in this video what I do to diagnose O2 sensors. If you want, you can throw a sensor on there just to see if the problem go away, but at least in this video you'll know how to quickly diagnose without getting too extensive in your diagnostics. So give me a second to put some gloves on. Actually, I don't need gloves, but I might, I don't know, whatever. Give me a second to get ready. So I'm inside of the car, and I got my buddy's Ethos. This is pretty cool. This is, I don't know if it's the newest one or whatever model this is, but this is fucking pretty fast. It's faster than a fucking Verdict and shit, but we're not going to talk about that. So remember this guy that I got from Launch Direct itself sent me this to review. So I like to use this thing now because it's quick to use, it's fast. As soon as I plug it up, it literally takes like 60 seconds to fucking do what I needed to do and shit. So I got the data list up. As you can see, my code is for bank 1 sensor 1, and this is this one right here, and it said the voltage is high. Now if we looking at it right here, you see 1.275 volts. I think I said millivolts before, but let's just do volts. So 1.275 volts. Basically what this this reading is telling me that basically I'm getting a rich condition, like symptoms of the computer probably think that it's fucking running rich or whatever, but if it was to, your numbers would be high. I think anything over 1,000 millivolts or 1,000 volts or whatever how I say according to the all data, anything over 1,000 is going into rich. Anything closer to 0 is going into lean. So this tells me This is just on the rich side of things, but the voltage is high. The voltage is not changing. So it probably could be a problem with the O2 sensor. But for the most part, what I'm going to do, since I got a connector view and which pins and shit like that for the circuits and shit, what I'm going to do is, all I care about, I don't care a fuck about these 4 wires. I only give a fuck about 2. So I'm worrying about this pin number 1, the signal, and I'm worrying about what goes back to the computer, which is return. So the computer gives a signal and the O2 sensor returns it. So I'm only worrying about pins 1 and 3. So when I go under the hood, when I identify it from this connector view, from this angle, from that pin to this pin, so basically these two on the same side, all I'm going to do is I want to see what goes in and I want to see what comes out. Alright, cool. Underneath the hood, now excuse the paper setup. One thing about me, when I work on cars, if I have information, access to service information, I do follow it, because all your specified ranges and parameters, you're not going to know this for every fucking car. Go to all data and you're going to work off of a fucking flow chart if you have to, but you can't go wrong. That doesn't make you less of a mechanic. It just makes you more you're more certain, you're more thorough in your diagnostic and in detail. That's all it means and shit. And it doesn't make you any less. So pretty much, like I said, we already saw this paper, my connector view. On this one, that is a flow chart or whatever, but for the most part, lets me know, what parameters, specific ranges am I looking for. So I got the connector right here. This is for the upstream O2 sensor right there. 4-pin connector. As you can see, I got my back probes in it already. So I'm looking for pin number 1, which is the tan wire, which is this one right here. And then pin number 3, which is for the signal return. That is white, and that's that right there. So all my colors, they fucking look good and shit. So for the most part, what I want to do is I want to check the signal for coming from the computer. That computer is sending to the O2 sensor. So if pin number 1, I said signal, which is the tan one, which is this, my blue back probe right there. I want to stick my meter, and actually give me 1 second, because I need to hook up a ground to my fucking battery. Give me 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. So I had to hook up an alligator clip to the battery. I can't. I got one hand on the camera and one hand doing this bullshit. Unless someone gonna give me a fucking third hand somewhere. But for the most part, what I'm doing is checking the tan wire. Like I said, the signal wire that's going to the oxygen sensor. The readings for the, according to all data on the paper, it says looking for ranges between 1.5 to 2.1 volts. Anything in between those, let me repeat it again, 1.5 to 2.1 volts. Anything in between is good. Anything under or anything over, we got fucking problems. We gotta start testing out more shit. So I'm already in volts right now, so let me grab my fucking lead, and I want to touch the wire. I'm gonna put it in the back probe. Sorry, fumbling my fucking words. And I got it in there, and pretty much what I want to do is, you see this right here? All right, 1.8. And then what was my range? I said 1.5 to 2.1, right? In between. So I am within range as far as signal goes. So the computer is sending this signal to the O2 sensor, and there's a return circuit, which is pin number 3, which is signal return, that goes back to the computer. All right, so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to test at the white wire. So that's pin number 3. Like I said, I'm going over this again because you always want to go over it more than fucking 2, 3, 4, 5 times, because this shit get confusing after a while. So pin 3, looking for the white wire, and let me flip it around, which is down there, going to the yellow. So the blue one, I already tested that. Let me do it again. So we see 1.8. I'm within range. So let's go over to the return. Since I got a signal that the computer is sending, I want to see that the O2 sensor is returning it. So let's go to the yellow, the white wire, stick that in there, and what do we see? I have no return signal at all. So like I said, I was only worrying about 2 pins, pin 1 and pin 3, whether if I was getting the signal in and out. Now I'm getting the signal in, but I'm not getting the signal out. But this is an easy how-to video. It may not work on every car, may work on whatever car. Let me flip this around. I don't know what car you're gonna be working on, but you can use this as a good reference, something to go by. And I'm gonna try to upsell this to a customer and let him know that, listen, your O2 sensor, it's not working. Actually, this is an air fuel sensor. So that's all I got for this video. It's Leekautorepair signing out. 2011 Chevy Aveo, diagnosing O2 sensor, high voltage, and that's that. So I'm done. Hit the like button, make sure y'all subscribe. Okay, I thought I was gonna end the video with just me showing you how to test out the fucking sensor, but what would be the point without me confirming things? So once again, 2011 Chevy Aveo, I did replace the O2 sensor. As you can see, that's the new one in there, and I got my code reader up, live data, and I'm just going to confirm that I got a signal. I'm able to see it switching. Now this car is now coming out of closed loop, so got to give it a little minute for it to produce the signal from the heater circuit. So yeah, just give it a minute, but it is starting to switch out now from lean to rich. So mind you, this is a code reader, so it might not be that goddamn fast, but let me get a good view for you, because this shit is goddamn fucking crappy. Let me place this shit the fuck down. Hold on, guys, I'm sorry. Let me pause this shit for you. Oh, okay, we got it. Wait, what the fuck? You embarrassing me, goddammit. All right, we see it. What the fuck? Hold on, y'all. This shit pissing me off, making me cuss and shit. Hold on. All right, so bank 1, sensor 1, we see it switching. We see it switching, because before it was stuck at what? 1.275 volts. It was stuck on a rich end of things. And I know y'all saying, well, 1.275, that's extremely high. Isn't it supposed to be lower than that? This car, this is the fucking parameter. This is what I'm supposed to be looking for according to fucking all data specification. So I'm done. It's switching from rich to lean. That's